Hi there, Ronya Banks here. I'm a mindfulness meditation teacher, and today I wanted to talk to you about peace of mind, and in particular, why I wanted to talk to you about this, and also happiness. I had a woman that I worked with earlier who had this belief that now that she's found some peace of mind in her mindfulness meditations, that she feels that she's going to feel peaceful all the time. And I was talking to another student who is having some different troubling experiences after going through a period of a lot of peaceful mind states in her meditation. And I explained to her that these states of mind are always coming and going and changing, and that there aren't any states of mind that stay constant. So this lady was talking to me and saying, well, I thought that, I'm cultivating this peaceful mind state in meditation and it's going to be there from now on. Don't tell me that it's going to go away. So I explained to her the best that I could that yes, well, you do regular daily mindfulness meditation practice, you're actually reorienting the brain. You're changing the activity so that you are cultivating a more peaceful mind. You're activating the left prefrontal cortex areas which are associated with elevated mood states and peacefulness and more joy. So you are bringing more balance to the mind. But the truth is, as human beings, we are constantly going through so many changes. We're going through changes in the external world, whereas things are happening to us from other people. Other situations might be happening that may be stressful or happy or exciting or really, troubling. So these conditions are coming at us all the time from the outside world. And then in the internal world, things are constantly fluctuating and changing too. We have our biochemical makeup with these chemical reactions happening throughout our body. And we have our biorhythms. I'm certainly not a medical physician or someone who knows a lot about this, but these changes that are happening inside of our body are also affected by the food that we eat, the kinds of food that we eat, how much sleep we're getting, and the quality of sleep that we've had. So given all these internal fluctuations and changes, our moods are constantly changing too. So you'll notice that some days you might wake up and feel calm and peaceful, and then suddenly you're starting to feel agitated and perhaps impatient and angry with people. And then maybe later on you're feeling back to being peaceful again, but maybe a little bit agitated. And that this is constantly changing. And the thing is with the human being, which I am one, and I'm assuming you are too since you're watching this, that as a human being, we are constantly desiring the really happy, peaceful, exciting, just jubilant moments in our lives because they feel so good, right? You can look back and remember the last time that you just felt so energized and happy, right? And it does feel great. But then there's a part of us that keeps craving and wanting to recreate that happy or joyful or peaceful or exciting time period. And so since we're desiring that, we try to recreate it, or we want to have it all the time. And it's just unrealistic, really. And it sets you up for a lot of suffering and stress if you think that you have to feel peaceful or happy or excited or energized all the time, because your body's going to go through lull times. You're going to have different mood states arising and going away, and some of them are going to be really wonderful mood states, and other ones are going to be really unpleasant ones. And so you have all these fluctuations going on internally, right? And then you have all these fluctuations going on in your external world. And sometimes these fluctuations, they affect each other too. For instance, they clash into each other. So if you're feeling really great and you're on an upward cycle and then something wonderful happens to you, then you're going to have the conditions for having a wonderful time and feeling great. If you're having a really low time biochemically and you're feeling kind of agitated or frustrated, and then something really negative happens to you, perhaps you get a letter from the government saying you owe more taxes or something, then these two are going to clash, the inner conditions and outer conditions, and then you might have a really, really difficult state to deal with, emotional and mental state to deal with. So just know that it's unrealistic to expect to feel happy, or peaceful all the time. But what's great is through your practice, since you are cultivating a happier, more peaceful mind, when these different biochemical states clash into each other, the inner and outer conditions, what you can do is you can bring that peacefulness, the balanced mind, the happier mind, to the present circumstance, whether it's difficult or wonderful, so that you don't get carried away by it, so that you don't get overwhelmed by the positive or the negative. So keep cultivating this happier, more peaceful mind with your practice, and drop any expectations of feeling great or wonderful or happy all the time. And know that life does change and is constantly changing. And then you'll be able to meet whatever happens with more confidence and peace. Thank you.